Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Milay Adriana Herrera Guzman.
Hi, Milay.
Hi.
My name's Sarah. Milay, where are you from?
I'm from Colombia,
What part of Colombia?
from a small town called Ibagué.
Nice. And what do you do there?
Well, I work as a teacher. I teach science in high school from grade 7 to grade 9.
And do you enjoy doing that, Milay?
Yes, a lot.
Milay, how long have you been learning English?
Well, I think since I was like 12 or 13 until now.
And what's the hardest thing you find about learning English?
I think grammar is very difficult and that's the most difficult.
Grammar's the hardest part.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Milay, can you tell me something about your daily routine?
Well, I usually wake up very early and then I go to work and then I spend almost all my day at school from 7 to almost 5 p.m. and then I go back to my house and I just fix some things and make dinner for my family and then I go back to sleep.
Fantastic. And what do you do at the weekends?
Okay, on weekends I usually go out with my family or maybe to buy some groceries or just stay home watching TV or something like that.
Okay, brilliant. What kind of food do you like to eat?
Well, I love to eat like pasta and all that Italian food. I really love Italian food.
What's typical food of Colombia?
Oh, maybe the bandeja paisa we call it. It's like a plate with rice and beans and egg and some kind of meat, and it's really delicious.
That sounds really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Milay, we're going to move on to part 2, in which I'm going to ask you to take a long turn speaking and ask you to speak between 1 and 2 minutes.
Okay.
The topic that I'd like you to speak about is technology and an item of technology that you can't live without.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you 1 minute now to prepare and take notes, if you wish, about this, and then after that you can speak.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Okay, you ready?
Yes. Okay, I think that technology is very good and that now it offers different type of resources to help students to learn. For example, in our school we have smart boards and we use those smart boards to teach better, and maybe the children nowadays learn better with that technology, so we can use all that for a benefit. I also think that it's different now than before because now we have more facility to obtain different programs and software and all that stuff. I also think that it saves you time because you can find things quickly Like you can go on the internet and find information on a specific topic, and you can just find a lot of information, and you can just take the one that you need. I think that for little children it is also very important because they have different like programs specific for them, and they have a lot of images. They can observe a lot of images, videos, and all that kind of thing. So I think that it is really, really important. It also has like negative things. Like for example, some children can spend a lot of time on the internet, and maybe they don't share too much time with their families. So that's one of the bad things about that.
Fantastic, that's great. Thank you, Milay. Okay, we'll move on to part 3. So we're still going to talk about technology, but we'll just have a little bit of a discussion about it, okay? So
Okay.
It's the same topic. So in what ways do you think technology has changed since your parents' generation?
Well, I think a lot because the programs were different, and we didn't, like my parents, for example, I think they don't even have a computer, and now you can find computers everywhere, and you can find laptops and all that.
Do your parents use a computer now?
Well, my mother does, but my father not much.
He's not so comfortable with it.
No, he's not.
So can they keep in contact with you? They can communicate with you while you're here in Vancouver?
Yes, that's a very good thing for us because, for example, in this moment, they can communicate with me all the time.
Are they comfortable to use Skype and things like that?
Yes, my mother, not my father, not much, but my mother, yes.
So how is it changing from your parents to you, and now you see your students at school and you see your children?
Well, I think it's a lot because, well, I am used to use the technology because I need it, because I teach.
Yeah.
But I see my children, they know a lot of more things than I do.
They know everything.
So yes, so that's very different, you know. And each time is that more advanced. So it's.
And they're teaching you. Your students teach you.
Yeah. My students, my children, they are always teaching me new things because they already know some things that I don't know.
In Colombia now, do you think that there's equal access to technology, or do you think it's unequal?
Well, I think sometimes it's unequal because some like people that doesn't have enough resources, so they don't have a lot of access to technology, and other people can have access to technology.
Is that going to affect their opportunities?
Yes, of course. Because they won't have the same, the same information and the same.
Do you think there's any negative impact of technology?
Well, I think the most important is with the family, because maybe most of the time the children and sometimes the teenagers are like with their iPods and their computers, and maybe they don't like take the time to talk
to the family.
With the family, with their parents, So I think that is negative.
Yeah, and that's very different from when we were young. And we had to sit
like
there.
for a dinner, take time to share with our parents and like to tell them what happened during the day or during the week. And now we don't have those like spaces to.
Absolutely. Okay, Milay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're all finished.
Okay, thank you.